Value. Value describes how light or how dark something appears. Gouache, also known as opaque watercolor, is a water-based paint. Gouache rhymes with squash. This is just an exercise, not art. The ingredients of pigments vary. 200 years ago, artists used the charred bones of Egyptian mummies to make mummy black, a warm-tone pigment popular into the early 19th century. First, lightly draw a grid on Bristol board using a hard lead pencil. Use vellum surface, not smooth. Carefully measure and draw the grid according to size requirements, leaving space between each module. Assemble all materials. A sturdy, non-porous palette for mixing, a large container for water, Bristol board with grid, Winsor Newton black and white gouache. Several choices are available. Permanent white and jet black usually come with the foundation toolkit. Watercolor brushes. A large flat edge brush works best for this exercise. A mixing tool. A palette knife is optional. However, some brushes have flat handles designed for mixing. Use airtight plastic containers to store leftover paint. Eating while painting is a bad idea. Eating is distracting and accidents can happen. After opening a new tube of gouache, you might notice a clear liquid in the paint. Discard the liquid or gum arabic separated from the pigment. Mixing it back into the paint will make the paint sticky and difficult to use. Use less black in proportion to white. Remember, the resulting mixture will be much darker than expected, and usually will appear even darker when dry. In fact, paint tends to become darker when mixed. Do not be overly economical with paint. Squeeze out enough paint to complete the exercise. Work quickly since gouache dries fast. Gouache should be the same consistency as dishwashing liquid or shampoo. If necessary, add a few drops of clean water to the paint. There are many correct ways to mix paint. However, for the purpose of this video, I will begin with the darker values. It might be easier for some students to begin with the lighter values, mixing a very small amount of black into white. Before loading the brush with paint, moisten the brush and then blot it with a paper towel. Make 11 steps from low to medium to high. Apply paint evenly in one direction, not back and forth like painting a house. Mix paint thoroughly. Streaks are not acceptable. Make separate swatches for each value. Continue with each step and reduce the amount of black for each value. Make numerous swatches, even more than 11, and select the best and most consistent for presentation. After thorough drying, use an X-Acto knife and new blade and carefully cut out each step. Then arrange them according to project guidelines. As always, presentation is important.